welcome back to Here We Go. My name's Dan.
My name's Jay, how are we?
Not bad, lad, yourself?
Yeah, not bad. Bit of a weird one this week, isn't it? We are recording remotely.
Feel all out of kilter. I should be over here looking at you like.
I know, yeah. But there's no one there.
No, just my beer.
Just me, myself and I.
What?
Cheers. I'm on, what are you on today? I'm on Northern Monk Zombie Death, which is a chocolate and strawberry ice cream dessert stout. If you're drinking a beer watching this in the comments, let us know what you're drinking.
Yeah. I'm on a Mexican beer that was, its name preceded the virus that we recently had in the pandemic.
Yeah.
No paid ads, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Refreshing. Yeah. Soul virus, that's the one. So, should we talk some golf instead of talking absolutely loads of rubbish?
Yeah. Do it.
Where do you want to head to first?
I think we should go to the PGA Tour first.
PGA Tour.
I think we've given a bit of hate to the PGA Tour recently. I think justified. But I think we need to start giving it a bit of love. PGA Tour love should be trending on Twitter after this podcast, even though nobody will watch it. But yeah, we need to start giving it a bit of love, so we will go first into the PGA Tour. And what a week it was for the PGA Tour.
I would go that
From no mark, won it. Joe Highsmith and
Highsmith
Donald.
now. It was a low Smith before the weekend. Look.
He was a low Smith, yeah. Well, he went low this week.
He did. He only just made the cut though, didn't he?
Yeah, and then absolutely killed it, didn't he?
On the number.
Which was good. I thought Luke Clanton was going to do it, given his the emotions of making the cut on Friday, but you know, I think he just fell short.
He's going to be some player, you know. It's like America's answer to a good thing, I think.
Yeah,
definitely. Just this like aura and composure about him and relax.
Yeah,
like feels like he should be there.
Yeah, and he got tax as well at 21. I mean, anyone with a tack at 21 deserves to be there.
You got to be confident if you spot the tash at that age, haven't you?
Absolutely. Talking about tashes, Jake, no.
You're flying through the notes here, lad. Still on Joe Highsmith. So yeah, Highsmith just about made the cut.
I'm not going to lie to you, I've never heard of him in my life. Never heard of him.
No. But then he threw into 264s on the weekend. Absolutely out of nowhere.
Some going, that really, isn't it? Considering. I mean, he's probably played a few times on the PGA Tour. I've just never, he's never rose above the parapet, but.
Well, he wouldn't with putting stats like he's had. Have you seen how bad his putting's been?
No.
So 2024, he was 150th on tour. His strokes gained putting were minus 0.269.
Wow.
Have a guess.
That's it.
What is strokes gained putting was it be?
Well, it's got to be high, hasn't it?
5.953.
Wow. I wonder what's going. He's probably just bought himself a lab putter in the shop on the way there.
No, he's got a Scottie, and he's still using the putter that he's used. But I was reading today, he's basically giving it a paint job. It's literally the same putter. He said he's got about 4 or 5 putters of the exact same setup and brand and style and a different paint job. And he said this one just feels good.
Well, to get on tour, you've got to be an all-round good player. You can't be bad at it. But bloody hell.
So yeah, so that's stroke gained putting and 1.6 for green in regulation this week. So he ranks 7 and 3rd in the field for his 2 button stats.
There you go then, and his hats are unbelievable as well. Have you seen his hat?
Yeah, fan of that hat. I reckon I need that hat. Especially going bald.
Okay. Yeah. It's like a Greg Norman style hat, isn't it?
Joel Damon.
Yeah, Joel Damon hat, yeah.
Joel Damon was thereabouts this week actually, faded away a bit.
Yeah, he was. And JJ Spawn, one of our favourites.
Yeah, he spawned his way to victory.
Didn't he spawn his way to the victory?
There he spawned his lead though.
He did spawn his lead.
Jake Knapp. Just disaster there, isn't it? Just disaster.
Shooting a 59. It's just pinnacle of the game. Do you know? Funny stat for you. Tiger Woods has never had a 59.
Yeah.
No.
Please have a few sick.
Absolute maverick, nearly there.
I just realised my head fits into the clock behind me.
Yeah. Looks
Have
like
to
you
do me
got
head in
an extra bit of hair as well.
Oh, move up with it.
The time sponsored by Dan's head.
Yeah, Jake Knapp, 59. Absolute. That video you put
What
out the
swing that guy's got though.
yeah. Instagram video, just pure tempo, smooth as anything.
Tempo. Pure. It's just, have you seen his swing at the top though? He's right high at the top, and then when we first started looking at your swing, when you were quite low,
Yeah,
he
coming round.
goes into that. He goes right into that after being so high. So apparently that generates all his speed, but I just can't see how.
It's like a squeezy fade hits off the tee, isn't it? He comes down steep on it and just that's how. Do you see how close he was teeing it up to the tee boxes, the markers?
I don't understand that.
Whoa.
Still don't understand that.
Should have put one of them in the water, shouldn't he? He shorted them right out.
Yeah, I just wish he had have hit it because he wouldn't do that again. But it just shows to show you though, it doesn't matter what the swing is like. All it matters is the tempo, really. I think that's 80-90% of it, the tempo. You've got the likes of Jim Furyk. He won how many times on tour? He's a major champion as well. Did you see his swing?
Yeah. But if you can get the same thing going over and over and over and over again, then you get
That's it.
Yeah. You get what you mean.
Consistency.
But yeah, so he's had he's 59 and then he plays one right. Well, he come up short actually. The angle coming in on, didn't he? Stuffed it in the water, and it was just tantalisingly like close to the surface. Commentator said they reckon that's not going enough, probably a bit too deep. But then he hit his first attempt out the water with the tempo we're talking about. Was really, you need to fucking make sure, don't you?
Yeah. You need to splash it out.
Yeah, and he didn't. He just flashed it like a yard to the right and stayed in the water. And then the next one, he gave it a bit and it just made out onto the grass. It must be hard to look, but when you see it, like when you see people attempt it, they usually get it out, don't they? And you know,
yeah.
Some highlight reel.
Who was it? Is it the Ryder Cup or was it the Open back in the day? I'm going to say John van der Velde went in the water.
That was in the Carnoustie. Brook at Carnoustie, that.
Yeah, was he? Definitely in Carnoustie, yeah.
Disaster. Absolute fucking head fell off there. It was just too energy. He just took a drop and still won.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Foolish. We'll come back to the Open in a bit. Yeah, but Team Edison, he probably still would have had a chance. And you never know, Highsmith might not have got the sort of momentum he got if Nat had only dropped the one shot instead of three.
No, absolutely not. Yeah. And then he just fell away, didn't he?
Yeah, sort of. His head went to it again after that. And I think his prep wasn't like he wasn't teeing it up right next to the tee box like he was before. It was as if it doesn't matter now, mate, it's gone kind of thing, and wasn't going through his whole process with normal. But a few notable performances as well, which like we said before, yes, in last week's pod, didn't we, that it was a strong field outside like the top 15 in the world, like they were all there, and they've all just kind of played all right without winning. We've got your like your Spieth, Min Lee, Shane Lowry, Sepp Straka, all sorts of in the top 20, but didn't threaten at any points. They just kind of ticked through the weekend. Ricky Fowler did for a bit on Sunday and then dropped back.
Yeah. I think the emergence of the TGL, though, I know we're going into that later, but it's sort of bonding these guys together, and they're starting to play better on tour as well, playing in the TGL. Doesn't matter about travel. Obviously, I'm obsessed with travel, but like Shane Lowry and Min Lee were playing together the other day. They were absolutely like buzzing with each other because they're on the same team, aren't they?
Yeah, the Bay boys. Yeah, no,
the Chipinski.
Gonna say, did you see Lowry chip in?
Yeah, and Min Lee was giving it all that money.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's nice to see them bonding over because it's not a team game, is it? Like naturally, it's every man for himself. I mean, when you get mates and that.
And they haven't got the links like you'd typically have, would you? Because obviously they have no radical sort of bond, or like Shane and Rory have got the like Irish bond and stuff like that. But yeah, no, that was good to see. Daniel Berger as well. I tipped up a bit last week, and he again was just in the same sort of category as we just mentioned. He did all right. He went for it late on Sunday. He knew he had to force it, and ended up putting it in the water, and that was his chance was gone. Still finished tied 25th.
not bad on the PGA Tour, that is it.
No.
Given the money that Joe Highsmith just won,
Is that another 1.6 of it?
1.6 million. I mean, they could just elevate your career, can't it?
Yeah. Just for giving your putter a paint job on.
I'm gonna get up in the morning, get a can of spray paint and lash it all over my putter. See what happens.
Like caddy for you, and you make it.
No,
Who would you?
no one. I'm gonna be a lone wolf. That's incredible.
You got to go Steve Williams, haven't you? He's got a book coming out as well. Needs to get that read. That's going to be an interesting read. Caddy the Tiger.
Yeah. Wow, it'd be unbelievable. I remember I got shouted at by him once.
There's stories there that you don't see and they don't talk about. You got shouted at by Steve Williams.
Yeah. I was on. I think it was either Royal Birkdale or it was probably like the Open. We're right close to the front of the barrier. And I just turned to him. I was with my cousin at the time. Turned to him and said, you know, what's going on? Steve Williams looked directly at me and was like, "Well, shut up, man." So yeah, played to fame.
Sold off.
Is he Australian?
That's the greatest caddies ever. Is he? I don't know.
I think he was American. I can't remember. I remember being thoroughly taken aback by him.
Yeah, no, couldn't tell. But yeah, we mentioned Laurie Cantor there. So he made the cut. PGA Tour card. Yeah. And he's got himself into Luke Planton, said Laurie Cantor then.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, got himself into the PGA. Because PGA Tour card, he's up to 92nd in the world, I think. So yeah, flying the kid.
He is flying. And you see his dad as well, absolutely buzzing for him when he made that cut. It was like a victory, wasn't it? Like an actual tour victory. It was amazing.
They're religious, aren't they? Did you see the like camera on the family? Also praying and stuff.
You know what? A lot of Americans are like that, you know. I know Scottie Scheffler's like a big church goer, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, it's not for me, but I've got a lot of time for people who've got that mindset because they must like you're only going to become a good person if you're into all that, aren't you?
That's what I think. I've been taken to it. I don't know why we're going into that there. Not golf related, that is it?
No, digression. Not for let's bring it back. Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, he's dead.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Arnold.
Yeah, but it's a tournament that will probably forever be under his name.
Oh, absolutely. One of the greatest, wasn't he?
Yeah. So they're going to pay.
Not just players though, designers as well. He designed loads of courses. Bay Hill obviously was in a club, but he's designed courses to look like certain holes at Bay Hill, and they are championship courses now. So, bit of nugget information for you there.
Oh, fair play, like it. Keep them coming up.
So we've got a massive field this week. Huge field. Obviously, it's the Invitational, isn't it? So it's a must watch, innit?
When you say huge, you talk world rankings or?
Oh yeah, I mean like brilliant field, like excellent golf will be played this week. Not like there's like a million players in playing. I mean, just you got Scottie playing, and Rory, Goldberg, Morikawa, Schauffele, Thomas, Matsuyama, Cantley, Fleetwood, unbelievable.
Yeah, outside the majors and probably the players up there, probably one of the biggest.
Oh yeah, and it's a class course as well, which has got loads of water on, I think, if I remember rightly from last year.
Aye, any thoughts outside the main protagonist?
I think Scottie Scheffler. You can't look past Scottie, really.
What?
So what I've been looking at, I think Maverick McNeely. He's won on tour this year already. He's had a couple of top tens as well. He's just flying. Even I can't remember where I was going with that, to be honest. So if you'd like to take over that,
yeah, it's a tough field, and like whilst there's always a couple who do sort of make a go at it from outside the obvious. I can't see past it being. I think Rory's going to win the.
Yeah.
It's a tight course, and you need to be accurate with your driver. And he is clear in the field this season in shots gained off the tee.
Shots gained. Yeah.
But not
That's the big one,
not just different distance. Shots gained off the tee, and so he's not only longer than everyone else. He's accurate with it, so he's sending it and he's finding the fairway. So he's got such an advantage.
Yeah.
Whereas we know, like, typically PGA Tour courses are wide, aren't they? So for someone like him who comfortably clear, Scottie, I can't remember. I've not got it in front of me, but Rory was like 1.3 shots gained off the tee, and Scottie was 0.2. Like, it's a big gulf in terms of that aspect of the game. So he's got that advantage there. Like, obviously Scottie can do Scottie things. He's ridiculous, isn't he?
Yeah, he's magic, isn't he? But so is Rory on his day. And if Rory's putter gets hot, I think there's no competition there for me. If he's driving well, iron shots well, his iron shots aren't necessarily great, are they? I think he connects with the ball. It sounds amazing, but the results are never really what you expect. And his putter's not always hot. So I think if you get them three in cahoots, Rory's, I don't think there's any competition for it.
The way he's been playing this last few months, so I think I think it's set up for him.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, outside the main protagonists, it could be anyone could stick their head up. I don't really have it.
No, it could be. It really could. Minwoo Lee, probably. Have you seen his driving stats on the TGL? How far ahead of everyone else he is? I know this is going into TGL territory as well, but I mean, this directly links to this.
Yeah.
He's way ahead of everyone driving. Accuracy shots gained off the tee, so he might be coming to form. We know he had an injury at the start of the season, didn't we? So that's where I think it was the start of the DP World Tour season. He played, didn't he? And got injured, and then obviously he's back in America now, which I don't blame him.
Yeah, no, he's one we root for every week, isn't he? Just I hope he doesn't end up going like Tommy Arson, just being top draw but not having the stones to get over the line and get the wins. Because Tommy, how long have you got to win PGA Tour now? Still has got to win. Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see maybe Willie get that monkey off his back sooner rather than later.
I get that. I understand why Tommy's like that though, because he's so good in British conditions and European conditions, isn't he? I think in American, it's neither here nor there whether you can shape your shots or keep it under the wind and stuff like that. You see Tommy with his follow through is like quite short in it to try and keep it under the wind and stuff. And when his putter's not hot, which is quite a lot, you're not going to win on tour, are you?
No chance. I'd like to see Tommy sort of putter up, but
yeah, it's hard. Maybe he could give it a paint job for this weekend. I don't know, but we'll see. Apparently he's playing as well, isn't he?
Talk to me about
He's in form. He's in form, isn't he?
Well, bastard. No. Okay. It's okay. I'll at least playing stuff yet.
If you're watching, Conley, respond.
So next week's podcast will be out by the time he responds.
Yeah, you might have your boxing watch or something, you never know.
So yeah, I think, I mean, people talk about sleepers and go for outside picks and then they look great if one comes off. And then if they don't, no one remembers it. But I'm not looking for anyone outside the main two. I think the streets
No, I don't. I think if I'm going to pick anyone, it's going to be, what's his name? The big lad. His name?
Stracker.
The Poltergeist.
Is he playing?
Yeah. I believe he's playing. I think I saw his name. Yeah, he's definitely playing. He must be high on life. He must be high on life after the escapade last week. Smashing the ball nearly as far as Rory as well, in the fairway. Good iron play. Putting lets him down a little bit, but yeah, I think he's definitely one to watch.
Still young, isn't he? But it's like, I was talking about John Parry earlier in the year. This is a much greater field than it was for the weeks really. He played well. So
definitely.
If he can do, happy days. But yeah, they could struggle against Scottie and Rory and Ludwig.
Yeah, probably.
Good shout though. Of all the outsiders though, it was probably the one on the upward trend who's probably got it more gold for him than us.
You never know. Anyone could win. Did you see Brian Campbell last week? He won the Mexico Open.
Yeah, that's far removed from my memory already.
Against the Poltergeist.
Yeah.
He's not even called the Poltergeist, is he? He's called Aldrich Pot Geiger. I just find it difficult to say his name.
Geeta, isn't it? Pot Geeta.
Pot Geeta, that's it. Well, Pot Geeta was, I think, Brian Campbell's off the tee was 267. And Pot Geeta was like 320.
I like it as far as
the stats are literally all in green for Pot Geeta, except Brian Campbell won the playoff, and it's just like, how does the game even work that way? They got everything set up for Pot Geeta to win the tournament, but Brian Campbell ended up winning. So, yeah, you never know. It's all about mentality, innit?
Yeah, big part of it. Right.
And JJ Spawn, before we go off PGA Tour, is on fire. He's top 10 every week, isn't he? Guaranteed a top 10. I know this is a very difficult field, but
Guaranteed, bowl.
you know, guaranteed.
Yeah, come on. Mimuli and Pot Geeta to the outside.
Or Austin Eckroat.
Just throwing random names out there like
I've just picked the name out. I've just picked the name underneath Max Homer. Aldrich, Austin Eckroat.
Right. Chat one. Get back over the Atlantic. Let's go to South Africa. DP World Tour. An ultimate event, the international swing. South African Open.
Very underwhelming for me this week.
Bit of a damp squib. Massively impacted by the weather. To be fair, on Thursday, like, I was amazed he got it on when you see the pictures of what it was like on Wednesday. Are they going to get any golf here? It's like flooded, and then they managed to clear and get it in, and then it came down after the third round again, didn't it? And absolutely paid to Sunday. So it was
Mosquito? What? My lads are off here. Jesus.
he literally just gone to South Africa. You.
Oh, does he? Wow. Right? Yeah. Thought something was going on with the audio here, but yeah, it was a shame to see because I did loads of research on this event and obviously nothing came to pass except the first day when Richie Ramsey was doing his thing. I was like, this could be working, but then the weather just changed everything. I think there was stats were out the window. But Gumberg and Gearbach were 11 under at one point.
The Swiss guy,
but he couldn't putt. But his stats were right. He was right up there after like round 2. I think the weather played havoc with that tournament, and in the end, I was just like, I was looking forward to watching it on Sunday.
Scores on round 3, so many
Everyone was
over
flying,
for that.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I thought you meant round 2 there. Yeah, I know. I think it's got to be the weather, hasn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, so it got shortened to 54 holes. So I've gutted about because we'll come on to the fancy podcast tomorrow. But I had Schwartzel in my team for that, and he was after a bad day on Saturday. He started around 4 and came flying up the box, and then the round got cancelled. Yeah, that was a bit disappointing for people like him. But people like Laurie Cantor, and particularly Dylan Naidoo, won't be too disappointed, will it?
Not at all, but you know what? They deserve it as well because the third day when everyone else was under par, Laurie Cantor went really low, didn't he?
Yeah, 68.
And I suppose you've got to be in it. You've got to be in it all rounds in case something like that happens. And it was probably on the cards. They were probably all talking about it around the clubhouse and stuff. But I just think he's playing out of his skin at the moment. He's class, isn't he?
Cantor is coming off LIV. Like, he got ousted last year, didn't he? For Andy Kim's comeback, he was a wild card on LIV, and it's just gone from strength to strength this year.
Yeah, playing awesome golf. Like, he's relentless as well. He's not giving up. Like, you see someone win on tour, and then the next week you won't see them do any good. It seems every week he's up there and he's winning or coming second or, you know.
My fantasy team are beg to differ. Because the week I captained him was the week he had a tie for 35th, the week after winning.
I know. I know.
That's his only sort of blot on the copybook, if you like, over recent. So he's gone, his last 4 events, he's gone third, first, 35th, second.
Yeah.
And that was only down to an unbelievable chip from Naidoo, to be fair to him.
Yeah. I know.
Like,
yeah, I had money on, I thought Cantor was going to win it. I thought he was nailed on for that playoff. I think Naidoo's stats formed out the window there completely.
Yeah, great approach shot, put the pressure on Cantor, and yeah, he left himself with the longest putt that he didn't make, and Naidoo tapped in for the win. That's
there you go.
That gets him into the Open this year. Not only his nice little win on home turf, nice little payday, nice little ticket to the Open. Congratulations to Dylan Naidoo.
Yeah. After a pretty underwhelming year as well, so it'd be nice to follow him and see how he gets on the Open, because given that the course is Portrush is very lengthy, isn't it? Very element based. If he played well at the Durban Country Club, then he might do well at the Open. But again, it's horses for courses, isn't it? It's a very strong field, the Open, isn't it?
Step up in class. Just on that Open, Marco Penge, Darren Fickart, Englishman Penge, South African Fickart got themselves into the Open as well with their finishes this week.
I overlook Fickart because I feel like he's been around. He's like the Robbie Keane, and he's been around forever. And I thought he's not going to do well.
Yeah,
and then he just comes up after and he steams it.
Big category, Scott Jameson. He's just parking there. Like, he's not in contention.
No, he's just going to come out and just bake up the numbers. But no, he absolutely smashed it, didn't he? Birdies all day on Friday. So well done to him. Did you see any holes in one this weekend?
Loads of holes in one. Loads of, all by Dale Winton.
Yeah. What was that about? They didn't even film it, did they? The second one, it was like the first one. Yeah, he looked rather shy as well when he popped it in, didn't he?
Yeah, he's just like, I'm what? Like, he's just couldn't believe. I just couldn't believe how little emotion he showed. Like, his playing partner looked up to the camera to check because obviously no crowd down by the green, and it's just like, show a bit more, Dale.
I know. Like, he's definitely not going to get a LIV Tour card, is he? With them reactions.
1 week on the YouTube, Bryson's channel, anytime soon. And then obviously we didn't see his reaction for the second one, to be fair, because it wasn't on camera, so he may well have got a bit more excited and give a double fist bump.
Yeah, maybe. Or not, or just one finger. You never know.
Just whipped a banana out of his golf bag, like inflatable.
What you said, golf bag? It's supermarket sweet.
Yeah. Other notable mentions, Brandon Grace, off LIV.
Yeah, played well as well, didn't he?
12 under, fellow South African amateur Christian Mace. 12 under par, fair play to him. Sean Norris also in the top 10. You know what I said last week on the pod, that South Africans step up in South Africa, and I was thinking the other day, we said this about Australians, but it's like a thing we've got with, you expect the whole nation to step up. But South Africans always do. You go back through the history of these events, the South Africans, like, there's something about the home crowd that gets them over it.
I think, guys, they are represented, though, aren't they? There's a lot of them there. Like, do you see Daniel Van Tonder?
I didn't see where he finished.
3 over first day, and then he just casually shoots a 7 under second day to put himself back in there, but it just wasn't enough. He missed the cut by 1 because it was quite a high cut, wasn't it? And 4 under this week. Say he was 3 under, Conor Simon was 3 under, and Daniel Van Tonder. But given that he shot a 7 under on the second day, he probably would have went quite low on the weekend. So it's a shame for him, but that's experience for you again, isn't it? But so, again, even Elvis Smiley won in Australia, didn't he? So it seems quite a correlation that whoever's hosting the tournament, the winner comes from that country.
Sure, we move on to the next event.
Yeah.
Also in South Africa.
Just before we do, Brandon Robinson Thompson, after shooting the lights out all season, it seemed, being up there, was a reserve. He put it on his TikTok channel, didn't he? And I was following it the day before. He was giving us updates, and it was nice to see a bit of behind the scenes, what happened. And he was literally just sat there like a goof. Like, like Christmas waiting to be killed. He was just like, it's like all the travel that's took him, because he's obviously not minted, is he?
Feels his travel is go. That was true though. Like,
You can probably tell by my position that it's official. We didn't get in this week.
Didn't even make it in, despite being a reserve. And I thought,
yeah, make him
hard.
travel all that way, prepare, like get on the driving range as if you're actually going to be playing. And then he gets his hopes up as well, because the first reserve gets it twice, doesn't he? And he moves up to first reserve. So now he's thinking, oh, got a chance, and then nothing, he doesn't get to play. Absolutely stinks.
Imagine that.
Come back to our concerns last week when we talked about our merger proposal. That doesn't happen, does it?
Nope.
These guys getting the salary, they're on the league. They commit to however many tournaments a year, they're on that league. Or in like Championship or Premier League of golf. And then it's a set field. And you've got to play a minimum number of events a year. If there's dropouts, the field just gets a bit smaller.
And even if there is reserve, you're getting paid for it at least.
That's it. Like, it's a complete waste of money, complete waste of time for him this week.
Air miles.
It's disgusting. Like, he's been treated really badly. I hope he fucking comes. He's playing in Joburg this week, and I hope he comes out and wins. I've got him in my fantasy team because I'm rooting for him big time.
Yeah, I am really. I thought it was awful. And I hope you're watching this.
Come on, the head tackle. All the hurdles he's had to go through this week. Come on, lad.
Do you know what, the carbon footprints are flying all that way for nothing, though? Not good for the environment as well, is it?
Going down that road all that.
Wait, this is true, though.
We can't, if you want to go down that road, well, let's just end golf. Because
playing our back garden on the sim.
I know it's a surprise to you every week, but these guys travel.
Yeah. I didn't realise. God. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Sorry, just going back to Cantor briefly as well.
Yeah.
He's moved up to 42nd in the world.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I've got that right. 42nd in the world. If he'd have won that playoff, he'd have gone to 32nd in the world. And that guy, like, that, it'd take an absolute disaster for him to miss the Masters. Now it's teetering on the edge, because you've got, like, Arnold Palmer, where there's loads of world ranking points on the line, and he's not playing in it. Yeah. He's gonna drop down, and it's gonna be really close. I mean, it's a finger crossed he gets in, so I think he deserves it after this year, but
do you think he'll get an invite?
No, it's like it's structured on how you get in. He's got to finish in top 50 in the world. That's how he gets in. Yeah.
I thought it was based on discretionary after the 50, that people who gets in, but
no, that's fair enough. There are different criteria, like so many amateurs get in depending on what their achievements are and stuff like that. But yeah, and then obviously the past winners and stuff like that. So yeah, it's generally typically a bit smaller than your typical PGA Tour field because of that. But yeah, he's gonna be biting his nails for the next like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, dream that in for him probably.
Joburg Open. Johannesburg.
Yeah.
So yeah,
on it.
No travel this week. They're staying in South Africa, despite what we've just said.
Brilliant. Good for the environment. I think, given what we've just said about people travelling and that, they're going to be there for this once, or take it all back. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't have been put in the podcast. I apologise to the environment police for my outburst, but it's a good field this week. It's a heavy contingent of South Africans again who are competing for the top spot, and I think will probably win it. Sean Norris was on fire, wasn't he, the other day?
Yeah, dropped off in the third round though. I think he had a good start to the tournament.
Who else was there? Massive. He was playing really well after the second round.
Like South African? Jaden Shaper?
Yeah.
Shaper up there?
Yeah, Shaper was up there. There was someone else as well. He shot an 1100, didn't he?
I'm not aware of this.
Yeah.
No, the amateur Christian, I would say Mars Mace got 64 on the secondary. Dan Frickart was 63. Naidoo had his 61. Is that what you think though?
Yeah, it's probably the leader, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like the South Africans are always just like, they come to the top when it's down there. So they're
A lot of South African golfers, you've got to thank Goosen and Els for this, haven't you? They really showed up, didn't they? Got up to the top of the world rankings in golf and the PGA Tour with strong, inspired the whole nation on it of golfers.
Aye.
I'm sure his name's Teredo or something. Teredo Ernest Els or something like that. Theodore, maybe.
Theodore Ernest Els. Born in Johannesburg.
Theodore?
Alvin and Simon.
Yeah, he was, hello, how are you?
You know, that's an accent I've never been able to, I'm not very good at accents, so that's what I can never be able to do. And that was a really good South African accent, that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Jaden Schaefer's got to be what is one of the favourites alongside Norris this week.
He's got to be, Annie.
Yeah.
He's quiet, isn't he?
Yeah, he's only young as well.
He's like a silent assassin, isn't he? He's like, he doesn't really, he never gets interviewed or he doesn't really speak much or put anything out there on social, I'm not seeing, but he's at the top of the leaderboard every week.
Yeah.
So we're not picking. What do you think of John Parry's chances this week? I think he's got to be up there, hasn't he?
It's a consistent, hasn't he? This year, he had a blip, he had a couple of missed cuts, and I thought, oh, that's his bubble burst. But no, he's bounced back and he's still playing consistently well. So, and he's played well again this week, relatively well. So still in good form. No travel, no reason he can't carry it over. This is an altitude. This place. This is an altitude. This place. So it's like if you look at the yards, it looks like a long course, but
ball travels further at altitude, doesn't it?
Ball travels further, so negated. So again, it's similar to last year. It's not the longest course in the world. So we're good, but they're very similar to what we're looking at in terms of people who've been hitting with the LIV.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go with Richie Ramsey again this week. I think he's
Richie Ramsey.
So well. Richie Ramsey started off so well on the Thursday. 1 over on the Saturday, but I think he could do it.
I've got my eye on another Englishman as well, Sam Bairstow.
Oh yeah, played bloody well this week, didn't he?
Yeah, he's danger of like just ticking over without doing much, but he's at the last few events, like he's had a 16, 32nd, 10th, 11th, last 4 events, which is good going. So to finish 11th last week, quite happy with having a little look at Sam Bairstow.
I thought he was Johnny Bairstow when we were at the Dunhill. The cricketers there. That sounds like he was quite unknown to me before this season, or the end of last season.
Yeah, I mean that's the TP World Tour, isn't it? Because it's like a bit of a conveyor belt. Players come in and players move on. So there's always like these players that these are sort of untapped talents, if you like. That if you're looking, will make the way if they're good enough. It's just a bit of the way the goal structures and it's just a bit of a stepping stone for them. So there will always be a few that burst onto the scene and do well. Hugo Cuso as well, just keeps on just ticking along. Have a breakout event. So
yeah,
he will. An eye on him. And
same with Dan Brown. He's doing the same, isn't he?
Leopard of South East North.
Yeah, he was.
Mythic.
Since then though, he's been right up there every week.
For outsiders, like if you're a better man, I'd be like all over Brandon Robson Thompson.
Yeah, 100%. Same with Marco Penge though. He's way down the betting with Richie Ramsey, and it's just Penge. He's coming up at 15 under last week. No, 11 under last week. I can't remember.
13 under. He was 1 shot back. Missed the playoff.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't think there was anything really to take from last week because of the disjointed nature of it. I think, it was totally out the window, wasn't it?
It's all totally out the window. Like, it was, obviously the leaderboard could have looked a bit different, but the fact that the top 10 is made up of 5 South Africans and there's a lot of others not far behind as well, I think is typical of lead events, so that you'd be going to look away from them.
Yeah, I think if you're gearing up for a charge on the Sunday, and then it just finished on the, the Saturday on the Sunday morning, you're like, wow, that's,
Yeah, that was a bit disappointing.
if you like held yourself back on the Saturday to like put yourself in a prime like position. Not that you would, I don't think that's the case. But if I'm playing golf, I'm trying to shoot the best score I can, but.
So you get the feeling when you're like, right, I've had a good week, I'm in contention, let's go, this is my week. And then just be stripped away from you when you're only a couple of shots back or whatever. Like Penge is like, he's at the worst of it, everyone, hasn't he? Because he's literally one shot behind. He's got to be thinking, I've got to win and I've got my chance here.
Yeah, because the pressure on the likes of Cantor and so then Naidoo is going to be immense going into the final day. And then the people like tied for 4th, 5th and 6th are like just ready to pounce, aren't they? So yeah, I don't know. Tough one.
But yeah, Brandon Roberts Thompson rooting for you this week, lad.
Roo.
We didn't preview this last week at all, but there was a bit of a story that came out of the Asian Tour this week. Don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Our Australian fellow Ryan Peake, who won. Yeah. Did you see about his story about like his backstory and stuff?
Yeah, in prison money, 5 years in prison. Quite a decent stretch for that as well.
Yeah, not insignificant, is it? Yeah, he was when he was a kid. He was on, and I've already played him. He was on the team with Cam Smith, so he wasn't. It's like he's always been half decent, but then fell in with the Rebels. What are they called? Some sort of like outlaw gang or something in Australia. And got jailed for 5 years for assault, but he's come out back on the straight and narrow and got him won the Australian, got him won the New Zealand Open.
Oh, it's good going that though.
Got himself a ticket to Port Rush.
I can't see him practicing for the last 4 or 5 years in prison. I don't think anyone will give anyone in prison a golf club, do you?
No, so he's obviously got just that raw talent. I need to play like twice a week, otherwise the game just drops off a cliff. Yeah. My home. But yeah, he had apparently he had like clearance issues getting into New Zealand as well because of his record. So fair play to him.
I wonder, is he going to get clearance issues coming over here? Probably not.
Go on it. We're not going there.
Come on, lad.
We're not going there. But
controversial this week.
They can come here. We're not going there.
Wow.
Right, LIV. Let's go over there. Go to Hong Kong. Yeah. Have you had a little look at anything about the upcoming event on LIV?
I have a little gander. Sorry, for viewer.
So just John Rahm on LIV, I've read this week, has had top 10 in every start.
Next level, isn't it?
It is. I think it is probably a level above. But then that's it. Bryson and Cam Smith were top 10 in the world when they moved over. Where they?
Have you seen Rahm swing recently?
I know he's got like a half a backswing, like it's just like
it's literally nowhere. Yeah. But he gains so much power from there, just straight through. It's incredible.
Absolute beast. That's why
he's massive, though, isn't he? He's huge. He's like a big bear walking down the fairway, isn't he?
So yeah, John Rahm.
I've not really looked at it in too much detail yet. I will do probably in preparation for the start of the tournament. I'm just chatting bubble here.
Should have done in preparation for this podcast.
I know, could have done really.
Yeah, at least John Rahm's favourite, as to be expected, and Patrick Reed. Probably people won't necessarily talk about, but on the Asian Tour, should I not a fan of Patrick Reed.
No, just fell off the stool.
Yeah. He had 59 at this course on the Asian Tour. Yeah. And the Hong Kong Open. So he's got form round here.
He has. You never know, do you? It's obviously two rounds are never the same, but it's a good start.
That was en route to winning. He did what Jake Knapp couldn't do this week.
But he got his three Patrick Reed, hasn't he? He's a bloody Masters champion, and it's different gravy, that.
Yeah. But Ben that week in the Hong Kong Open, Ben Campbell, who is now the Range Goats, he finished second Patrick Reed that week, and he won this event in 2023 as well. So Ben Campbell, a player who people might not necessarily look at. I don't know where he is on the odds. I've not looked at the odds, but I can't imagine him being amongst the top ones. Got a lot of course form. And then outside of that, I think Abraham Answer won this last year, and second time out in Adelaide as well. So he's got a good form coming into this to try and defend. Yeah, I agree. Puig is playing well. David Puig is playing well. Yeah, his European Tour form into.
Worth mentioning Joaquin Neiman's name again, though, isn't it? I've been looking at his stats recently. He's just
always.
That's a class. He's brilliant, isn't he? And I think I think John Rahm is actually famous favourite to win this one. Neiman behind him. Puig, the Bearminator. Tough for the Bearminator though. He's got to travel a lot, hasn't he?
He loves it.
I'm trying to have a look. Ben Campbell is 40-1, which isn't cool.
See if you haven't that to one. Good luck on that.
Yeah.
Certainly like an outside shout for the week. I did the live fantasy, didn't I? So maybe we'll cover that off at the back end of the Fantasy TP World Tour pod and just run through the picks for this week.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much live. Probably won't be watching that because it's in Hong Kong, so it's a big time difference again. On the middle of the night, I'll just be finishing up as we wake up, I think, today. So catch up with the highlights on the weekends.
I quite like it when you wake up in the rounds, halfway through, like in South Africa. Quite good, isn't it? There's no waiting around for it to start at like 11 o'clock. It's already going, isn't it? Yeah, except when it's not raining, but, Yeah.
Not too much to add on, Liv. I don't think it's not a huge topic of conversation than it is, really.
Not really. It's only the start of the season.
Maybe it will. Maybe when we have our merger, we'll talk about the Liv.
Hopefully, yeah. Yeah. Should we move on to TG?
I think that'll wrap up the show, won't it?
I think so.
TGL live now as we're speaking, actually. The Bay, it's 2-0 up against LA. And the 6th hole.
Ooh, the Bay. Harry.
Top, class. I
like team.
I like this, I think it's just dead relaxed, easy, entertaining, easy to watch. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not arduous like some tournaments can be. If like if it's a shit field and no one's like playing lights out and doing a dramatic, a 4-day event can be longer. This was like
it's the same as cricket, isn't it?
It's only
cricket 4 days.
There've been quite a few games now on TGL over the last 6 weeks or so, and there's only been a handful of games that have been a bit crap. Like there's been a few good ones in there. Well, this is just updated on the night. I must not refresh my page. It's 3-1.
Oh my god! And LA are a good side as well, to be fair. So
yeah,
so winning. Yeah, man. They've got a bond now, haven't they? Shane Lowry and Min Woo Lee are like brothers now, aren't they? Buzzing with each other. But yeah, that's nice to see. Well, there you go. So who's going to win it then? So does that take the Bay to the top?
The Bay will win the league, yeah, if they win this, and then they obviously go to the playoffs. So I think I could conceivably see the Bay getting to the final, and then it'd be between like Atlanta and LA who plays them. It's been predicted. And then you've got
Boston versus New York tonight.
Yeah.
And then Atlanta versus Jupiter tomorrow.
Yeah. Exactly. That Boston New York one's a big one because McIlroy's there in relegation or elimination, should I say, in the face. It would have been embarrassing on your first
it's your league.
It's your league. You designed it.
Yeah. I think do you think it'll come back? Yeah.
Well, it needs people to watch it. It needs creating interest on it, and week on week that interest is waning. Like my enthusiasm for it, I like it. It's the first week they had the K watch it this is the official figures in America. The next week was Tiger's debut, and they hit just over 1 million. And then since then, they went.
No, I don't. There's too much snap judgments in these things. These, you know, the iPhone when it was first launched, it wasn't a very big success. But obviously, as it gained traction and stuff, it's now one of the biggest consumer products ever. So I think you've just got to give these things a bit of time. It could become, I think, with the nature of like where we go, virtuoso and flyers and stuff, it's something we can get involved in and go and play these courses and stuff like that. I think once more people do that, I think it's going to be more interesting for people. I think watch the space on that.
Yeah, I mean, for what they've invested in it, it'd be absolutely it'd be stupid just to quit after one season.
Yeah,
they've got a long period until they get next season up and running, and it's a long time to do a lot of marketing and get the word out there, really.
So whether they want to spend the money again, but I think they should do the SoFi Centre up. I don't think it's fit for purpose, really. I think they need more fans in it. It needs to be a party atmosphere.
Yeah, it's not enough people. We said the other week, didn't it sound like a swimming bath? Get another 10, 15,000 people in there and ramp it up. That'll make it intense. People want to watch that.
It's intense, isn't it? It's a game where people are playing like neck and neck against each other in a like an arena environment. It's not like golf. It's not golf. But I think they've got that wrong completely with the way it's.
More fans.
I remember watching UFC.
More fans at the 16th of Phoenix.
I was watching the UFC and the boxing in the middle of COVID, and it just didn't hit us the same without the fans there. You know, when it was behind closed doors and that, it just didn't. You've got all the fans watching them enjoy it.
Nothing to footy, don't you? Like, just going there, being there. That'll create an interest as well, because if people know there's the potential that they could go and watch this thing, then they're going to watch it when they're not there.
Yeah, I agree. I think even if they tour it as well, there's a possibility to tour it surely into arenas. All it is putting up the green's going to be difficult and all that, but a sim's a sim in it. We've got that in bloody hate.
Yeah, but it's like 100 times the size of it. Yeah, how the logistics of that, I'd love to see them be able to do that when they got the capability of moving it. Don't forget.
Have you seen Beyonce? Have you seen a Beyonce concert where she flies through the air? You're not telling me you can't play golf.
Yeah, but they've got all the lights and sensors and stuff. The room is like geared to every shot. Yeah. So,
and then tell me it's at 39 yards.
Yeah, this freaking tracker measure did it.
The worst thing they could do is have you on AIM. We went to the
don't have me calibrating the SoFi.
You definitely don't want you doing that.
They'll be caught fucking everything.
That's TGL done. Let's see how it goes from here. I'd like to see it come back bigger and better. That's all I'll say on it.
Yeah. Still a couple of weeks ago. I'll maybe my catch some of the playoffs and see how that feels. But yeah, it needs a big crowd.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. Not much off the course stuff this week, was there really?
There was talk about Bryson, wasn't there, rejecting the LIV deal, but I don't know whether that's
Hobbs Wallop.
We'll see. Yeah, as Lee Westwood
piped up on Twitter. Yeah. Don't think there's too much there. I think it's a bit of fake news, as Bryson's new friend would say. Well, yeah, podcast episode 12. I think we're there.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope everyone enjoyed that. Let us know what you think. How's the new setup?
Like the new format? Yeah.
For real. Let us know in the comments.
Do you prefer the camaraderie inside one room? Or do you not? Yeah. Do you not care? Whatever you fancy, just tell us in the comments.
If you're still watching, we're just really grateful that you're still here, to be honest.
Yeah.
Drop us a comment anyway. Any engagement we can get. Ask you the question ahead of next week's show so we can start doing a bit of Q&A and bring the people who are watching it into it. We'd really appreciate that. Yeah, like the video, hit the subscribe button as well if you're watching on YouTube. Really appreciate that. If you're listening on the audio, leave us a review. If it's 5 stars, if it's could be 5 stars, don't bother. We're on Apple, We are on Spotify and anywhere you listen to your podcast, really, we'll be out there. So yeah, that's all from me. I've been Dan. I've lost Jay, I think. Yeah, I think he's just had enough of that outro. We'll give him a minute. No, I think he's gone. He's been Jay. I've been Dan. Catch you next time on Here We